Welcome to another episode of Aggressive Beauty Podcast, where beauty is pain and so is the truth. What's up, Jazz?
Hello.
Y'all, we have a special guest. What's up, D?
What's going on, ladies? How y'all doing today?
Good. Thank you for coming on.
Of course. I'm happy to be here.
It's
Definitely.
about time we get a male perspective on these.
Yeah.
Right at the end.
Oh, yeah. We got to wrap this up proper. So, yeah. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is the last episode, you guys, episode 10 for the season before we start something else. Of course, I'm still going to drop content and everything like that throughout the summer. But as far as these consistent episodes, that's going to stop. So final episode. And as you all know, we have been talking about relations and relationships, just dealing with, people as far as like our friends, family. We've pretty much, the topics that we've covered, we've pretty much intertwined it with your family relationships, your friendships, the people that you're dating, the people you're just fucking with. So stuff like that, people that you're getting to know, dating, all that good stuff. And we're at the end. So before we go to the last topic, we have been discussing like action words to describe certain things that people go through during like dating stages, getting to know people and whatnot. And if you guys recall, we're going to recap that. You still need to go watch all the other episodes on YouTube, by the way. I appreciate that if you would hit the link in the bio on Aggressive Beauty _ Instagram page. Hit the link in the bio. Go look at all the other episodes because those are going to be really in depth. We're just going to kind of skim through them episodes and then hit you with the 10th episode. So first episode that we covered is what do you bring to the table? Because Jasmine, we love that, don't we?
Do we?
If you haven't caught on, we don't like that. Do you like when people ask you that?
I hate when people ask me that because what do you bring to the table too is my question. So
right,
let me know. We both gonna be asking the same question at the same time, but I'm gonna definitely explain what I bring to the table and what you should be bringing to the table as well. So,
see, our thing was like. We like for when we ask people what they bring to the table, we kind of feel like it's like a lazy way of getting to know somebody.
Correct.
Versus actually interacting, seeing how they are with people, their interactions with people, seeing you like, are they like a morally good person? Do they do the right thing? Or, the things that they value. Mm-hmm. So that's why, like, when I sent you over the draft, I was like, throw up because we hate that question because we're like, nigga, you don't want to know me. You just want to hurt. Let's get the bad shit out on the table. That's really what it's about. I already feel it.
But
that's
since
real.
we're here, if you heard what Dee said, he said that his rebuttal is, I'm gonna tell you what you should be bringing to the table. So I'm curious, Dee, what should the other person be bringing to the table?
My opinion, I think a woman should be bringing to the table is loyalty. They should also be bringing just a fun atmosphere, at least for me. I can only speak for yours truly, but
right.
A fun atmosphere, you know what I'm saying? I'm a very fun guy. I'm a very, outgoing person. So if you can't be outgoing as well, then we're not going to really match together at all. I don't really care about the money aspect because I'm going to make my own regardless. And then I just feel like we should be able to be comfortable around each other. Basically.
Trying to be yourself. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
That's nice.
Look, he came with something. Look at him. It's funny because he said the outgoing part, like, I feel like that's so important.
It's very important.
People break up. People literally be like, you know what? This ain't what I thought it was going to be. This ain't fun no more. Like, this ain't. But you know what? When you're getting to know somebody, you really have to date them throughout all the seasons. When they're broke, when they're at their best, when they're at their worst. like a loss in the family. You have to see how people act throughout that whole time to know if you could really truly deal with that person, because you might not be able to, you know what I'm saying? So fun is good, but you know.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I'm dating a person, I make sure I put you a little bit through the ringer just to see what you about to bring to the table. What's going to be the end result at this, situation.
When you say put somebody through the ringer, what are we talking about? Like what kind of tricks do you try?
I'm a very observant person, so I might say something to you at the very beginning, and I'm gonna remember what I said to you, and then later on down the line, if it don't add up and you don't say exactly what you said a while ago, then I'm gonna know that you're not on what you say you are. That's just me. I mean, sometimes, yeah, I'm a little bit of a mind.
You just fuck it with people's minds.
Sometimes I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, most definitely.
This is so perfect. I love this. Jasmine is looking. She's like, I don't like that shit. Oh, okay. So bring it to the table. That was first episode. The second episode was lying. We discussed lying. We know so many dudes that live double lives. So tell us, D, you ever lived a double life? Is it stressful?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was young, you said what?
That's what they say before they lie. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm not. I mean, when I was younger, I used to be a wild boy. When I was younger, I definitely lived a double life. I dated one girl during the day, and I dated one girl at nighttime, and I also had my friends that I was, seeing every now and again. So yes, I definitely lived a double life. It wasn't all that stressful because they kind of knew what was going on.
Sounds stressful. Day and night. What? Day and night? How? Girl,
That's not really double life if they know, though. You said they all knew.
They didn't know each other, but they knew what I was. They knew I wasn't,
right.
saying what I was doing.
You were single the whole time, even though everybody had their place.
No, technically I wasn't single. I was dating both of them at the same time.
And they knew you were dating other people?
I mean, it's not that they knew that I was dating. They just knew that what I was capable of. That's okay. So, but they couldn't really catch me on anything. I'm not gonna, it is what it is.
It's kind of like you saying that kind of reminds me of when a woman is dating a dude and she kind of lies to herself and acts like he's not what he is. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Why are you looking like that?
I don't like the idea that women lie to themselves. It's like,
I know you don't like the idea, but it happens. Women do.
It is what it is.
No, I'm saying she could be lying to herself in that way, like you're saying, but also D just said he actively lied to them. So there is no, she's just lying to herself. The nigga lied and they were like, I choose to believe this, even though it doesn't feel right. So that's not lying to yourself.
But the thing is, they always said, "Oh, I think you're lying. I think you're lying," but they can never catch me on anything. So
they had an intuition, like you not.
They had yeah, exactly. They had the intuition, but you really couldn't catch me on anything. I was raised by a single mother. She taught me the ropes. She taught me to be a dangerous man at a young age. But I grew from that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I definitely grew from that. But that's a different subject for a later conversation.
And you said doing that, so the women didn't know that you were dating two people, basically.
No, they didn't.
And that's not stressful.
Mm-mm. No, not at all. Because I had alibis at the time. At the time, I was just like, "Hey, I'm going to do this and do that," and I was in college, so I really didn't have to. I had a full ride, so I didn't really have to worry about money. I had money. My parents had money. So I really didn't have to worry about too much anything. I said I was at work, but I really wasn't.
So now we know that you lived it. So I think part of the podcast on that episode was like, what was the point in lying?
what was the point of it? That was a good question. That's a really good question. I don't really know. At that point in my life, I'm not gonna lie to you. I said that a lot, my bad. But my friends were the biggest reason, because when I was younger, when I was way younger, like 8th grade, 7th grade, all my friends were still, getting a lot of women and stuff like that. But I wasn't. I was a late bloomer. I didn't get out there until about freshman year. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if that's considered late bloomer, but for my friends, consider my friends, yeah, I was a late bloomer. And they used to always tease me that I didn't have any women like that. So then freshman year, I got my first, crack at it. And then I grew a mustache, and then I got my ears pierced. And after that, I turned into a demon after that.
So you were trying to prove a point to your niggas, not necessarily.
Yeah, not necessarily to be an asshole, but definitely trying to prove a point. Like, I got this, I could do this. And then it just carried on for the rest of my life until I got older. So
yeah. That's what women say a lot. That guys show out for their homeboys. It really has little to nothing to do with us.
You made that seem like really.
You felt it a little bit.
Yeah, I did.
He got you.
I don't know if that burned my chest or the tequila right here.
Okay, so what was episode 3 for you?
So episode 3, we're basically talking about dating, and I know we talked about kind of like people that are raised off survival versus love, like your circumstances and stuff like that, and how hard that is to blend the two. Do you think that it is hard for somebody raised off of survival and somebody raised off of love to be in a relationship together?
I don't know. That's a difficult question because I've dealt with the best of both worlds. A person that's basically built off of survival, they only care about themselves. They don't care about what everybody else thinks. But those people are also able to change too. They're also able to change a no to a yes. I mean, a no to a yes, basically. I was raised off of love. It was my mom, only my mom, until I turned like 16. And then she got married. And we're big on family, so I've always wanted that. But at the young age, she was just like, nah, that's not the route to go. Live your best life until it's time, So I wowed out. So yeah.
I think it's really hard. I think it's hard to do. And somebody is not going to change until they're ready. Yeah. It's not going to change until they're ready. So you're right. Somebody raised off of survival, they're just going to be for themselves.
Right. And my last relationship I had, she was basically a survival type of person, but she was raised off of love, which I didn't get because I was just like, okay, you have a loving family, but they were okay. They both were separate, but she was really, really selfish about everything. And that's what complicated things badly. So,
okay.
That's what it is.
So our next, so episode 4, we were talking about being guarded. So we really just went through the list of boundaries that we set when we're dating, red flags that we see in people. If I'm being honest, like I feel like I didn't set enough boundaries prior to my last relationship. And I feel like, even though my last relationship was bullshit, baby, it taught me so much shit. Like it really taught me to kind of like, don't be naive to no bullshit. And people take advantage of kind people too. You know what I'm saying? So like, it really taught me to set boundaries and stuff like that. I know, for example, I mean, just for a woman, I mean, you're dating somebody and a nigga want to come to your house. No, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't jumping off doing that. You ain't coming to my house like that. Like little stuff like that. Like,
it depends on the woman though.
Yeah, I already knew that, but it's just like, you got to be really cautious with how you move. like, I don't know what boundaries you mentioned, Jazz, before.
I don't remember either. But it'll be a lot to recap. We focused on D and what is little what
kind of boundaries do you have for women?
Contributions are, yeah.
Yeah.
What's my boundaries? Okay. I start to look at little things like, do you keep yourself up? Like, my biggest thing is eyebrows. I like a woman with nice eyebrows. If you don't have your eyebrows done, then it just shows the little things in life don't matter to you. And that goes a long way with my book, little things in life.
I'm dead. I'm sorry.
What?
You can pay attention to detail. You hear me?
I do. I'm big on detail, and that's what kind of kills me a little bit, because I need to back off a little bit. But it's just like, if you don't pay attention to detail, you're gonna look like a fool at the end of the day. My last relationship, I ignored all the red flags. She gave me all the red flags.
So what kind of red flags did you see? Like, to where you like, I don't know about this. Because I don't think her eyebrows not being done ain't no red flag. That's just
that's also not
I'm just going by, just little things in life. But as far as boundaries goes, and as far as a little red flag she did, like she had when she first met me, she thought everything was all about money. So for my birthday, she got me a hotel room that was like $7,000. And then, so at that point, she was like, this is what we do every week. We do this all the time. But when we start really fucking with each other, it really wasn't like that. It was one big lie. You basically niggered me, buffed it up a little bit. You say, I do this and do that, and I got this amount of money, but really deep down inside, you really wasn't like that. So it's kind of hard to explain, because it's just like, I look at little things that a lot of average person don't look at, because it's just like, a woman's going to tell you what she wants and what she don't want at the end of the day. And then a woman's going to also tell you what she's about when you just listening to her talk. Yeah. So my biggest boundaries right now for me is lying. If you could easily tell, hey, you lying about something stupid, I know that I can't trust you later on in life. If you sit there and always late to something, I mean, we all can be late every now and again.
I apologize for being a little late for a meeting. My bad.
Well, I mean, not using that as an example, but it's just.
Jasmine don't play that shit either. That lying shit. She do not.
That lying. That's one thing that I hold dear to me is lying. Do not lie to me about shit. Because if you lie to me about shit, I can't ever trust you like that ever again. So
now, are you against them lying to other people, or just you, if y'all are rocking? Because initially you was talking about these lives you was living with these lies.
No, just lying to me. Like, I don't care if you lie to anybody
keep it real with somebody, keep it real with me type of shit.
Keep it real with the person that's rocking with you.
But if they lying to other people, what make you think you so special? A liar is a liar. Like, I don't want somebody who claiming that they're keeping it real with me and then they're lying to everybody else. It's like, so.
But because why do we need everybody in our business?
No, it's not about being in your business. I'm saying if you know that they lie to their friends, so they've said one thing or whatever to them, and then they come.
Oh, you're talking about just in general. Okay.
Right.
Okay. I guess
it's hard to tell if a motherfucker keeping it 100 with you. You
right.
Really have to be around somebody and watch how they move. Like, but then again, I don't want to have my guard up and do that all the time either.
Right.
That's a huge thing. Like, is this motherfucker lying? Is he playing? What are you putting on a show? Like, what is this?
But then that's what drives you crazy when you sitting there thinking about it as well. Because it's like, damn, is she lying today or is she not lying today?
Yes.
My ex was so secretive about everything that I was just like, it created complications. That was my issues. I was just like, damn, what you doing today? She was so secretive about every single thing. So I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
That's a red flag in my book.
I've seen so many red flags, and I just be disregarding them bitches. Boy, I hate that shit. I hate it. And I'd be like, bitch, you can't be mad. You can't even be mad. You seen so much shit.
Listen, toxicity is not a terrible thing, but it hurts so good.
Man, I had a good ass time. I ain't gonna lie. I had a good time.
Cheers.
Fuck that nigga. All right. So episode 5, we pretty much talked about like understanding. Do you feel like in relationships, like, and what we talked about in that episode is like, you know, when you're in a relationship, you feel like you kind of lose yourself. Like I discussed, like in my last relationship, like I wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? Like you start to try to be the person that they want versus the person that you truly are. And they don't understand that. They don't give you that space and opportunity to be yourself and living your own life. They make it all about them. And then when people make it all about them, you lose yourself. So do you feel like that has happened to you?
Most definitely. Because when I'm in a relationship, I want you to be yourself. But then like they start thinking about all the stuff that I said previously, like eyebrows and all that stuff. They start thinking, oh, this nigga, I'll have my eyebrows done today, so I ain't gonna go and see him today. I don't want to be around him. And then I don't really mean it literally like that. So that's my toxic trait that I'm trying to, fix, because it's just like I say one thing and then sometimes I don't even mean that all the way,
Are you just saying hey, I admire that?
Yeah, like, I do. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, it's not like it's a need to be every single time, but it's just like that's the little things I like on a woman. Yeah. I'm a compliment you all the time. That's my thing. That's what I do. But females, yeah, they here you go. See, that's my biggest thing. That's my biggest thing. You post
something about all these bitches talking about I'm toxic. I smell good. I'm toxic. I do this. I got a chain on. I'm toxic. If I do this, I'm toxic.
It's so annoying, and it really kills the relationship because everybody thinks I'm toxic, and I really can't figure out for the life of me what makes me toxic when I first meet you. How do you tell me I'm toxic when I first walk up to you? I walked to this girl the other day, and she was just like, I was like, hey, how you doing? She was like, you toxic. I heard about you. I can't deal with toxic niggas, and then walked away. I said, I don't even know you. You don't know me. How you?
Nah, baby, she know you, D, in these streets, y'all.
Your reputation precedes you.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
He's like, damn, I ain't even have a chance.
And I don't even do stuff like that. I'm just, But the thing is, when they really get to know me, they're like, okay, you actually cool. You actually a cool person to be around. You actually this and that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I guess everybody goes from my Instagram and what I post because I don't have no filter on there. So I guess that's what makes me toxic.
I don't either. Mine should be pretty bad. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Episode 6, we talked about submitting. Okay. We weren't really feeling that. I don't think we was really feeling that because we was talking about like alpha males, alpha females. Do you prefer like an outspoken woman? Or do you rather her to be a little? Because I know niggas would be like, this bitch is loud. Not me.
I can't stand a loud woman. I can't stand a loud woman that's just like always loud all the time, like always outspoken. But you know what I'm saying? Have a little voice to yourself. I don't mind that.
Are we do your thing. I'm sorry. I just want to understand where we're at. Are we equating being loud with being outspoken? Are we saying that those are the same thing?
Loud.
No, two different things.
Okay, so volume and somebody who speaks their mind. And
yeah, so exactly.
You saying both of those things, too much of both of those is the issue.
No, I mean, I don't mind you being outspoken. That doesn't mind me because I'm always, we're going to have a discussion about it. I don't mind having discussions about things. I actually like it, but some people don't like it. So some people think that's just like, why are we trying to argue? But it's not really an argument. I'm just, I want to know your side. I want to know what makes you tick and what top.
Right.
So
Safe answer. Safe. No, stop. What when people say like I want a woman to submit to me, how do you interpret that? And what does it take, in your opinion, what does it take for a woman to do that?
In my opinion, a woman submitting to me is basically like, let me be a man. Like, let me make the dates up. You know, let me make a decision, and you know, we have a discussion about it. Just things like that. But some women are very, we need to go here. I don't think we should do this, so we should go this way. Like, damn, all right, boss man.
You hear what he said? Let me make the dates up. Rare than a bitch. These niggas is lazy.
Not everybody wants the female to just make up everything. I want to make up the things. Like, especially if I'm in a relationship with you, I want to be able to do all that. You know, not everybody can do that though.
No, they can't. They don't want to. Okay. So what does it like? What do you think a woman has to see in you in order to let you lead the way?
See, that's a hard question, just because, like, going back to my ex, like, she told me I was the perfect type of person for her, but she still was a dominant woman. Like, she's a very dominant woman, so she wants to make the decisions, make the controls, you know, things of that nature. But
you ain't feeling that. You don't feel like a man.
If I tell you, hey, we about to go on this date, you know what I'm saying? She'll be like, well, what's it cost, and what are we doing? And then I'll be like, don't worry about it. Just get dressed and let's go hang out. She'll be like, nah, we have a goal. We need to do this. I need to know the details of everything. I'm like, damn.
That's some good shit.
I had one situation where I was like, hey, I'm about to get dressed. I'm gonna go take you out. And she was like, what you want? What were we doing? And she, for the life of me, she just would not let it go. So I was, all right, I'm gonna take you on a dinner on the airport, and then we're gonna go in the skies and, you know, get on the plane for like 30 minutes to an hour. She said, oh, hell no, that sounds expensive. I think we should just go to.
Is this the same motherfucker that bought a $7,000 hotel room?
Exactly. She was like, I think we should just go ahead and go and get into. We should go to. What do we go to? I think we went to some chop house. Oh, Mercury Chop House in Arlington. So I was like, okay, you know, fine, fuck it. If that's what you want to do, we'll do that. We go over there. I end up spending like $300 just on a date. And I said at the end of the day, I said, so do you feel good about yourself? And she was just like, I think it was a good date. We didn't spend that much. I said, bullshit, because that's how much we normally spend. I said, you want to know how much that plane ride was going to cost me? She said, how much? She was like, I said, $165 on Groupon.
So do y'all have like financial goals together or something? Like, why was she so invested in
Well, she's like that because me and her have financial goals that we're trying to get. I'm trying to own my own business. She got business that she's trying to own, but she's also trying to, you know, stack bread as well and do her thing. So I told her, because I usually take her on like a couple of dates every week, and that shit adds up. I was doing like $200, $300 dates every couple of days. So I was like, that shit adds up. So I was
y'all
like,
had some financial goals. That don't sound like y'all had some financial goals making those type of decisions.
But see, that's my thing. So that's why I was like, okay. I sat down and had to talk to her. I was like, hey, I said, I don't mind taking you out on these dates every week, but you know what I'm saying? I got financial goals I'm trying to get to, and you got financial goals you're trying to get to. So let's just chill out on, you know, these crazy expensive places as much as we normally do. And she was like, yeah, I'm with that. That's cool. I thought we was all good. But then, you know.
I guess on the outside listening to that, it doesn't sound like she was trying to be domineering. She was trying to look out for the goals that y'all had.
And I understand that.
But then she still picks expensive shit, so she can't be looking out for the goals.
Exactly. You can't sit there.
She didn't know how much the helicopter ride around the city costs.
But if we had this conversation at the very beginning of, hey, let me just do me. I got you. I'm not going to sit there and steer you wrong. You got to be able to trust me. If you can't trust me and you just expected that I was going to make the wrong decision, that means that's all I need to hear about on a woman. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit there and let a man be a man. If he wants to treat you and court you, let him do so. But I already had a plan in my head. I was like, okay, I'm not going to make it crazy expensive, but I had the Groupon thing. I see my boy do it, and it was a vibe. He had he had the three course meal on the strip.
Right, but that's not like, I get why it's appealing. I guess I'm trying to focus on the whole point was that, you know, if the argument is that she just didn't want you to be a man and she was just kind of stepping on the toes, it's like, well, why? Because Brooke's question is, you know, okay, at the end of the day, what would make her trust you enough, right? That's the whole point. Like, trust you enough to be able to be like, okay, he does got it. He does have it or whatever. And it's like, so what was she missing that you feel like that you had been exhibiting already?
What does she need to see?
But she doesn't need to see it. My thing is, if I've displayed since day one, I'm able to afford whatever you want me to sit there and do. And I've given you everything you need.
Right.
Why do you need to question that?
And so when you asked her that, what did she say?
She said, well, I thought it was going to be more expensive. I thought the plane ride was going to be more expensive than the chop house.
So she sounds like a logical woman. I didn't want to
sound like a logical.
I didn't want to get wrapped. Yeah, I didn't want to get wrapped up.
$7,000 hotel don't sound logical to me, bitch.
But also, that was a first.
I wasn't going to say nothing.
And don't, because it's not the order of operation. So that was her first. What she came out with off top or whatever, they didn't have their financial goals at that point. That was her flexing. That was her being like, whatever she saw.
Flexing too motherfucking hard. That shit ain't cute.
That may be too hard for you, but that may not be too hard for her. We don't know her bank account. I'm just saying, I'm not just going to be on top of her head like that, right? Like, I'm trying to understand where she came from, because she don't sound like an illogical bullshit ass person. She sound like somebody who was like, hey, I just didn't know. I'm not trying to tap dance on your shit.
And I wasn't tripping about that. But the fact that you tell me, hey, I want you to, if we had the discussion at the very beginning that we're going to be saving, you should be able to trust me on, I'm not going to be spending no crazy amount of money if that's the case. But most of the time that we go on the dates, she has to know the details, or she has to make the decisions. That was my biggest thing with her. I was just like, let me make some decisions.
And you didn't know how to fix that.
I didn't know how to fix that, because she's a very selfish person. She's one of them type of people where she has to make all the decisions at all the times.
She don't sound selfish. She sounds like to your point, dominant, but a selfish person would be like, yes, spend all that shit on me, and I expect you to be saving. I want you to do all of that. That's what a selfish person sounds like. Just based off what you said. I don't know her, obviously.
I got you. I get what you're saying. I definitely get what you're saying. But it was that situation right there wasn't a selfish act, but it was definitely a dominant act. And it was just something that I was just like, damn, that's a little bit of annoying that you just can't trust me just that much.
For sure.
Can't even give me that respect.
Can we speak a little bit in general though? I'm gonna need y'all to get up off her. I don't even know her, but
I'm
not even on her like that.
Listen. She's an amazing woman. I'm not taking that from her at all.
Yeah.
She's an amazing woman. She's always about her business, and she got me to where that's why I'm still crazy about her sometimes. But she is a very selfish person, and she only thinks about herself when it comes to making decisions. She don't think about anything else.
Yeah.
And that creates issues especially when you're trying to make a family and all the other stuff with me. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit there and be that way when you're trying to really build something with me.
Be in a partnership. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I don't know if we even, I think, okay, so we did the supporting. Oh.
That's me, okay?
Bitch.
It's not my phone, it's my computer. And I can't mute that shit. We on
okay. Stop playing with me now. Okay. All right. So do you feel like we also talked about supporting we really try to support each other to grow individually and stuff like that. Do you feel like as a Black man that you get enough support from the people that you interact with, the people that you date, stuff like that? Because niggas say that all day. They don't get it. Look at you getting sick over that jazz.
This is going to probably piss a couple people off, but I'm just going to keep it a being with you. Like, Black women, they expect a certain type of man out of us Black men. And if you're not, if you're not being that type of man, then it's hell no. They're not really supporting much. But
what kind
on
of
the flip
man?
side, what kind of man?
Yeah. What kind of man if they're like, oh, well, you not this? What they saying that you
it just depends on the woman. It depends on the woman. Like, we have natural, eclectic type of women that's, they expect you to be just like them, And if you're dealing with a woman that's more of like business savvy and but business, they expect you to be business savvy as well. It just really just depends on the woman at that point. But if you're not on what their type of wavelength is, then they're not going to be supportive of you. I only date, Black women, but I've dated a couple of Spanish women, never dated a white woman, probably won't ever. I'm not going to cap to you, but, and it's different when it comes to a Spanish woman, because a Spanish woman has definitely supported everything they do, and they don't really care about too much about money. But Black women is more of like you gotta be having that bag. I need you to have that bag, or else, I'm not supporting your dreams and ambitions and goals. You wasting my time at that point. And that's a negative.
That's what you have experienced.
That's what I've experienced. I've dated a lot of different type of women in my life, a lot of different type of women, and that's what I've came up with. And people judge me for saying it, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop loving my sisters at the end of the day. But that's where the sisters lack, in my opinion.
I'm trying to get a better understanding, because you started off by saying that Black women have a certain expectation of Black men, and that's a very general statement for both of those. And then it came to, well, it depends on the woman, and then that woman depends on the man, and then we got right back to, well, they only want the man for the bag. So is it dependent on something, or is it just across the board that they want the nigga for the bag?
I think it's the man for the bag for the most part. But like I said, that's a broad topic. You can't really just sit there and base it off of just a certain way this way and a certain way that way. No, it really just depends on the woman, honestly, as far as the Black woman goes. But as far as the Black woman goes, most of them.
We have to keep saying this. In your experience.
In my experience, I'm not talking about,
because
anybody.
We know this shit ain't all.
At the very, very beginning of the conversation, I told you I can only speak for yours truly. Right. You know what I'm saying? So what I've dealt with, and I that's kind of my fault, because I like bad women, women that's, that higher epsilon, that type of caliber. So a lot of those women like men with money. But if I was dealing with an average woman, you know what I'm saying? They still, like, lately, they have still been on, hey, you need to have that money. I need you to still pay for that. I need to still do this. I need to still do that for me. You know what I'm saying? It's not like how it used to be back in the day, where it's just like, they don't care about that. They just want your time and effort and, you know what I'm saying, and love.
Sounds like D is the common denominator in all of this.
You said I am?
I said it sounds like D is the common denominator in these, interactions, considering that those are the people that you go after. So now, is it an issue? Because you're still dating them. You say you're always going to love Black women, and you think that that's what Black women want.
And you're attracted to a certain type, so you're going to keep getting the same shit. If you what you want,
probably so. That's what I've came to this conclusion that I'm probably not ever going to get married. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? If I'm attracted to a certain type of woman, then it is what it is. I can't get mad about that. I never said I was going to end up being married. You know what I'm saying? I never once said I was going to be, end up with somebody for long term. because I don't think that's what type of man I am. You know what I'm saying? Because I haven't met that woman that's able to, you know, accept me for who I am. So.
Okay. So how do you feel? So the answer to my question was you don't feel supported, right?
I don't.
Okay. All right. Okay. Nobody's supporting this black man. Somebody come support this black man.
Girl, for what?
Thank you, please.
He just said he ain't gonna get married. The fuck we finna him for?
You can still encourage.
He's what he
Listen,
he got
okay, so just because I don't. Just
he don't want to get married, listen, then he can't be.
No, I didn't say. Listen, see, this is the thing. Y'all hear what y'all want to hear. Oh. I said I don't think I will ever get married. Doesn't mean that I won't get married. There's a difference. There's a difference.
He ain't like Diddy. Diddy just said the other day, he don't want to get married. He don't want to do that shit.
Yeah, he blatantly said that. I didn't say that. I said I don't think I will ever get married because there's issues in myself that I need to work on, and then I hold myself to a higher standpoint. So I feel the woman should too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a millionaire or anything like that, but you know what I'm saying? I have a lot to offer to the table, not just money. So I just feel like,
ooh, okay, pause, because we gonna get on episode 10. Hold on, we on episode 10, and that's what we gonna talk about right there. So pause, don't get too much. Hold on. Okay, so episode 8, we talked about approaching people. Like, do you feel like it's easier to talk to people online or in person?
In person, most definitely. I used to be an online person. When I was living back home, I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. So when I was living back home, it was kind of easy for me because Oh, I thought you said something. It was easy for me because everybody knew me there because of my family. There was big time basketball players and stuff like that. I moved up to Orlando. I really just used the social media and all that stuff to get on with women because it was a lot harder. But you know, as I got older, my game is elevated, and I could go up to a woman and actually get on with somebody or have a conversation with them. It's a lot harder to do on the internet nowadays because you say one thing and then they are instantly turned off and they stop talking to you. That's why I don't like texting. I like FaceTime. Don't text me because I'm terrible at texting. I'm boring at it.
Because I ain't gonna lie, somebody do say the wrong thing or what you do me to death.
Exactly. Exactly.
What are you even talking about? You steady saying the same thing.
Exactly.
Okay. That can be a little dry. I know Jasmine, she did a lot of online dating. Bitch, successful with it. I feel like you did.
Okay.
Good.
Hold on. Pop her collar right quick. Pop her collar.
Also silly. I enjoy both, but I can get through online dates.
I can't do it. I'd rather just in person. God damn, it's a struggle.
She seemed like a tough critic. Honestly.
Tough?
Woo. Yeah. You could definitely tell you're more of like, okay, nigga, what? What can you offer me?
Your eyebrows is looking.
What can you do?
Your eyebrows is looking. What can you do? Eyebrows.
Well, I understand that that's where it could come off at, but I'm not like that. But I am very so much so picky about effort and time. So somebody who will what you doing to death and hey, and that's not effort and conversation, then yeah, I'm not going to give it to you. But I don't need a nigga with a bag. I got my own. But
you also need females also need to realize that they need to have conversation skills as well.
Oh,
you can't sit there and
again, I already know. I'm already know what my mouthpiece do. So I have great conversations. So that's what I'm saying.
That's good.
If you're introducing yourself on an online platform and all you can say is hey, and you see a whole profile and you didn't choose to acknowledge anything on there, that shows me you're not showing a lot of effort. Maybe it was a bad thing for you, but it is what it is.
This shit is a game.
I'm terrible at that.
You think this shit is a game? She is not playing. She is detailed on that online shit. She got that shit on lock, bro.
Yeah, I'm terrible at it.
You say, hey, your bio ain't filled out. She ain't talking to you. You took a picture with an Android. She ain't talking to you. You got money in your hand. Take a picture. She ain't talking to you.
How you know if we can take a picture with an Android?
If she was traveling, you can know, bitch. You be knowing.
You could tell. I'm playing.
Y'all silly.
It ain't a game. Yeah, you was right, tough critic. She ain't fucking going. Everybody be like, I'm the type of person to be like, oh, maybe that was a bad day. Maybe that's just a bad picture.
You also are the person who said that you miss all the red, or you choose to miss out on the red flags. Ain't no toxic in adventure that appealing to me. I'm okay.
At least, I mean, being honest, yep, absolutely.
I
disregard.
I got a question for you. Are you in a relationship now?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you?
I was gonna ask you, like, if you were single, then you too much of a tough critic. But if you're in a relationship, that's good.
Yeah, I'm in 2 relationships, and they I don't have to lie. I don't. It's not a double life.
That's fine. I mean,
she's poly.
That's good. That's good. Nobody's judging you.
She like to keep it all the way across the board. Everybody know what the fuck going on.
Shut up, bro.
Oh, so she be going to what's it called?
All right, baby, I'm gonna go on this date. I'm gonna holler at you now. All right now.
That's crazy.
I'm playing with you. Okay. So episode 9, we talked about merging, and what that is like as far as meeting each other's family. We just talked about how tough that is, and if that is like a deal breaker, because I know like Jasmine, so her husband is white and his family is racist. You know, I'm mixed, so
I can see that. It's all coming together. But go ahead.
No, sure, got to go ahead. We can stop there because they already know. You can see what.
I can see that. I can definitely see that from you. But no, I was just. I'm not
me or her.
Her. I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Oh, okay. But yeah, ahead. So like we just have like sometimes you just have bad run-ins with the family. Like I know her meeting, you know, her husband's parents was tough. People meeting my father is tough. Just because I mean, people don't like them. They end up not liking, you know, like you meet your ex's family, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes, and that's what we were kind of talking about, like, is that a deal breaker? Or are we like, we just gonna kind of suffer through, fuck them, we're gonna do our own thing and we'll figure it out type of situation?
I've never really had a bad situation with parents. Like, I'm cool. I'm a cool individual. I'm a laid back, chill person.
What about friends? Like, you were in a relationship? Were you ever in relationships where you like, I don't like they fucking friends?
Most definitely. Most definitely. I mean, who hasn't on that point too? Like, I've had relationships where it's just all her friends just hate me with a passion. And it's just like, damn, I didn't even do nothing to you. I'm just chilling. But
no, why they hate you? What's going on? They hate you for a reason. Why they hate you?
I think people judge me by my past too much.
How they even know that? Well, the girl knew, so I'm sure.
No, listen, I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. Everybody knows everybody in Omaha, Nebraska at that point. So it's just like they know what you're about in Omaha. But that's when I moved. I got out of there. But I don't know how the woman knew about me on the boat. I was confused about that. I was like, I only been here for a year. You can't know about me, baby. Like, you must have got the wrong person. You must be talking about Derek, not D.
Whatever. So we discussed that, and so that's the recap. We that's all the shit that we talked about. You got a little taste of the male perspective. If you want to hear our personal stories in detail, you're gonna have to catch the other episodes on YouTube to get them details and them juicy stories, because you know we got them. But so tonight we are talking about how hard it is to find the person that you actually want to date or want to be in a relationship with. And you see, I cut you off early because you mentioned there might be something wrong with you because you like a certain type of woman, but then the certain type of woman you kind of complaining about the shit that she wants. Like the certain type of woman that you're looking at is expecting a nigga to have some bread. So in return,
I
you
don't.
have to be that nigga with that bread. But you're
Yeah, I mean,
like you were kind of expecting, well, I still want them to love me for me though. Or I still want them to be this for me. Like I still want them to be this, but this is kind of like what they expect. So how hard it is, how hard it is, how hard is it to find exactly what you're looking for?
it's extremely hard because not everybody you could click with. Um, I, like I said, I have a certain type of woman that I like, but and you said that basically. But my biggest thing is that if we can't have a long conversation, if we can't just sit there and talk for hours, you know what I'm saying? And just talk about the business proposal. I want a business relationship. I want one of those where, we're gonna get to this money, we're gonna figure out businesses to obtain and this and that. You know what I'm saying? That's what type of relationship I want in a marriage. But it don't always work like that because there's a lot of women that's not really business savvy out there. That's not really wanting to be all like that. They want the white picket fence, the family. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care to have I want a kid eventually, but that's not my main priority right now. My ex, I fought for her because I really wanted her. She was business minded, but we just had so many complications. But we clicked like crazy. Like I could go over her house and talk on the phone, or go over her house and talk with her for hours. It won't even be about sex. I mean, of course, the sex is good, but we can go on and talk on the phone for hours. Just talk. I'm a person that likes to talk with people. So, and then we'll talk about business plans and business opportunities we'll think about doing. But I don't know. It's really hard to find that stuff out there, nowadays.
What do you think, Jasmine? Jasmine, do you feel like you find exactly what you want? Exactly what you want.
I don't think any one person, you already know this though, I don't think any one person can be everything for me. So that's why I live the life that I do. So yes, I'm getting everything that I need.
From different people. It is
right.
As long
as
you're getting
there one that you found that gave you everything that you needed? Okay. And I think that's also a lot. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think that that's also a lot to put on any one person to be everything that you need as well. Right. But that was it.
So what if you found that one person that's everything that you need, then would you stop your polygamy and not polygamy? Would you stop,
being
dating them? Yeah. And just, you wouldn't? Okay.
So I feel like I don't want to do that. Like, of course I respect that, but like, I don't want to I'm cool with having the friendships are enough. Okay. I'm entertaining multiple friendships. Okay. Now I'm entertaining multiple romantic relationships. I don't want to do that. That's not something that I desire. I don't feel like one person is going to be everything to me, but I feel like I could find somebody to check most of the motherfucking boxes, and then
it's enough. It could be enough.
And then little shit, you know what I'm saying? It might be some little shit that fuck with me, but that little shit that fucks with me would never be enough for me to leave that person.
Right.
And everybody's
enough for you to cheat, like so many people do, but maybe not leave.
I can't say that, friend.
I'm just talking about the experience.
Because the last nigga I was with, it was a lot for me. I could have been all the reasons in the world to cheat. But when you really fuck with somebody, you know what I'm saying? When you really fuck with somebody, even with Cam's dad, when you really fuck with somebody, you not doing that. I mean, you can. Niggas do, whatever, bitches do.
Hey.
But me personally, and this is just case by case, like me personally, like, no, I just fucking leave. Like, it ain't that damn serious. If you really fucking up that bad, I'm just fucking leave. Like, it ain't that damn serious. But I think that the issue is when people desire a certain type of person and it's hard to find that particular person that you desire. And you kind of wonder, like, what's the issue? Like, what you want to wonder, like, that person that I desire, what do they desire? Like, what is it that they're fucking looking for? You know what I'm saying? Like,
but a lot of people don't ask that question to each other. Like, what do you desire? I think that will help out a lot of relationships.
as far as
opinion.
like,
And like, if, for instance, if you just sat down and had a conversation with your person, and you're just like, hey, what do you desire? What's your, and actually keep it a buck.
and that's the thing, getting the person to have the conversation with. That's the goddamn problem, because you're not going to have that conversation with just any goddamn body. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what a random motherfucker desire. I don't even know if I fucking like you yet. I'm not going to have no full, I guess, like, internally, you kind of want to know, like, if you look at if you look at a certain type of woman, you're kind of like, okay, that certain type of woman that I'm looking at, what kind of qualities do they want in a man?
Why are we speaking so generally like that? If you're just talking about that, if you're talking about the one-on-one person and that's somebody that you at the very bare minimum gave your time to, or decided you were going to date with it.
Well, we don't have a person yet. That's what I'm trying to say. We're trying to attract the person. We don't even have the person.
Then why do you care what they desire? You're supposed to be being yourself.
Because I want that motherfucker. I want him.
And that's the problem. That's the problem.
I want him. This is the
you're trying to change. You're trying to be the person that they desire.
I don't want to change. I don't need to change, but I'm curious to be like, what the fuck is y'all looking at? Like, what is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is catching your attention?
You're not naturally attracting the person that you wanted. That's a problem. Once you get that person, then
that's what I'm saying.
I have the conversation.
That's what I'm saying.
It sounds silly and speculative to try to figure out what's a non-person wants. That's not a person that fits for you.
I really honestly think we should have those conversations at the very beginning. What do you want out of a person?
Exactly.
If you don't get that understanding at the very beginning, you gonna never know. And then later on down the line, when y'all start really getting to know that person, you're not gonna understand why he or she is doing certain things.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like you should have these open conversations at the very beginning. I'm a very open book when it comes to dating. At the very beginning, I'm gonna tell you what it is and what it ain't. And if you're not for it, that's cool. Be easy. There's too many women out here. I think I attract women that I think at first it starts off as, the woman that's wants a man with money. Because what females tell me is what attract them is, how I dress, how I carry myself and things of that nature. But I don't know. I just think I'm just a fan of a pretty face. So that's what I really go for.
What, Jasmine, what type of people do you feel like you attract?
That's a good question. In person, it's really hard, right? Like, in my opinion, I feel like in person, if I'm attracting a man, it's just somebody who like finds me sexually attractive. I don't think you typically go after in person people that you aren't physically attracted to. Okay. So whoever that is across the spectrum, I would say women, I attract more women who tend to who appreciate like femininity. And so like to them, I come off more feminine than I would say than men have told me that I come off as.
Okay. That's different. So after you get past the sexual attraction stage, what qualities do you see in men? Because we're going with as far as, because you're saying you're more feminine with women, right?
I just said I was more feminine. I said they perceive.
Or they say that.
Yeah.
Okay. So with men, what qualities do you see that are similar between them after you get to know them, after you get past the sexual shit?
Curious, why are we only saying men in this example?
We're just starting with men.
Oh, okay. Some of their characteristics across the board, I would say I attract individuals who are just generally put together. So not necessarily somebody who is, a multimillionaire, right? But people who at bare minimum have their shit together, where that's like car, money, home, just generally speaking, no drama, like no crazy baby mamas if they have children, like things like that. So it's just even keel, laid back, just cool dudes.
Okay. And then what about women? What kind of women do you feel like you attract?
I feel like I attract women who, who are also very much so well put together, but they are a little bit more, I would say, extroverted or more like kind of not in the world, but I'm an introvert. So they're not exactly the same as me. Yeah. So they may go out more or may be able to
They're
network.
like, bitch, come on with me. Come on.
Right.
Bring your ass on. Bring your fine ass on out here with me.
Shut your mouth.
Opposites attract, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say, I feel like I attract. I feel like I attract like people that's probably they haven't had that. I feel like I attract men that maybe haven't had like, I don't know how to fucking say it, like kind of like a nurturing, supportive aspect in their life. Like they've been through some real shit, and it's almost like a comfort. You know what I'm saying? And they know like, okay, she's a nice person, and she's this, and she's understanding, she's this and this and that, and I need that. I want that too. And
come home to mama type.
Right.
Come home to mama.
Boy, get the fuck out of here. But yeah, bullshit. Yeah. I don't want to say that because I ain't trying to be no motherfucking mama, but nobody else mama. But yeah, like that just seems like what I attract, and that might be based off of I feel like my personality anyway is like I want to fix. I do want to nurture. I do want to help. I do want to let you know you're not fucking alone in this fucking world. Like I do want somebody to feel like that if they're with me. You know what I'm saying? And that's typically what I end up running into. Some people push the envelope more than others, but then, but yeah, that's typically what I run into. Now, as far as the person that I'm becoming and transforming into, I don't want to say that I would take all that away, but everybody ain't getting that. Like, you're not getting that off top. Like that shit, those qualities are going to have to be earned. Like, I'm not giving that shit away. That shit is important. Obviously, it's important. You want that. You're looking for that. I can't give that to you until I get something in return. And no, not on no money shit, but like effort, investing, fucking planning. Like if you're planning a future with me, if you're planning something, I'm included in those plans. It's not a selfish act and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like just like my past relationship has kind of taught me so much shit, like just shit to look out for, just shit, protect myself. Like I said before, like motherfuckers really lose themselves in fucking relationships. And then it's so important to know who the fuck you are.
That's real. I did that. I lost myself twice in 2 different relationships. I told myself the first time I told myself I'll never get like that again. But then the second time, which was my last one, I lost myself, but I didn't lose myself to the point that, I went down a deep hole. I lost myself to the point I was just, okay, I need to take a reality check. I need to sit back and why am I really tripping like this? And then I grew from it. But my last relationship, I learned so much about myself. I learned so much about different people that it was just like, okay, now I know what I want in life as far as a woman.
Yes.
So
yes,
that's real.
And to go back what you, Jazz, what you were saying as far as like, well, I'm wondering what this type of motherfucker is looking for, because it's almost like, okay, well, I want to be like that motherfucker, but I'm really interested in the different type of shit that motherfuckers want, bro. Like, I'm thinking like, okay, so is that the type of bitch you want? Okay, well, I just want to know in general. I can't necessarily transform and change my motherfucking self. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that. But I still want to know in general, like, what the fuck is you? Oh, that's, and you know what? That's going to tell me something about you too. The stuff that you value.
So in that conversation, I wasn't saying you wanting to know is the issue. I was saying being speculative about that is the issue. When you can just talk to a person out of their mouth, they can tell you what that is, outside of just being like, I wonder, and I'm just going to try to be detective and put these puzzle pieces together.
See, when I threw that out there, that was just me. That's not me like dating or trying to get to know somebody or whatever. That's just me. That's just my thoughts in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, not actually like, you know what? I wonder what he really wants. So let me try some different things instead of asking him. Let me try some different things and see if that works, if this works. Because, you know, bitches try tricks to make a motherfucker do whatever. But no, like, that's just me wondering in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, to kind of see where different people's headspaces are. You know what I'm saying? Be like, okay, so that's the type of shit that you admire. Then I could be like, you know what? I probably shouldn't like motherfuckers like you don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, sometimes I do like toxic bullshit sometimes. I need it to be equal. I need a healthy balance. Like, I know you don't like it. She ate that shit for me. I really need a healthy balance. Like, I can't even explain it, but I gotta have like both, like, to where, anyway, it don't matter.
I could tell that you're that type of person. I can also tell she's very literal. So she needs a person that's going to be like, this is what it needs to be. This is what it's going to be. This is how it's going to be. And no beating around a bush type things. I can see that.
Yeah. Jasmine ain't gonna y'all, Jasmine ain't gonna play with you.
I'm gonna let y'all niggas talk about me like I'm not here and let you speculate like I just said that shit was wild. But that, I mean, don't make me no never mind. I get dick and pussy. I'm still happy. I can keep speculating.
That's good. That's good. No, I was just, you know, observing.
You live your best life. There's nothing wrong with that, but you still don't play no motherfucking games. And when I say she don't play, what I'm saying is like the average person that deals with certain things, she's not that. She's not.
I'm not sitting around, and this isn't on you. I'm just saying in general, because I don't have time to speculate. I'm an anxious person. I think too much as it is. My wheels are always turning. I don't have time to, because whatever the fuck I think of is going to be 10 times worse than whatever the fuck is going on. That's why I'm always like, hey, let's just talk. And let me just ask you exactly what the fuck I'm curious about, because otherwise I'm gonna just keep playing this shit in my head. I'm quite observant as well, so I'm picking up all these little details, and I'm just like, I don't need this story to be what it is in my head. So you let me know what the fuck is going on so we can move accordingly. And that's it.
I need to learn that.
Yeah, it's like I'm not gonna trip over nothing. I need to know, because you need to ask me as well. I don't like when people assume or whatever about how I'm moving. It's just like, open your mouth and I can tell you what's up, shorty.
I'm gonna be like you when I grow up.
I need to learn that, definitely.
No, for real though, like I feel like I am. I mean, I'm fucking. We ain't gonna talk about my age, but
old enough.
We there. You know what I'm saying? And I really feel like I'm just now to be like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And I should have been like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like with you've been like that. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I'm not dealing with this. And I feel like you've been like that. And that's the thing. I don't know, D, if you let bitches slide with certain shit based off of whatever. You know what I'm saying?
That's my problem. I let a lot of shit slide, but I'm gonna sit back and watch you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you catch yourself up, because I'm gonna definitely remember, and I'm gonna definitely listen to what you're saying. And if shit don't add up, and then I catch you in that, and you're gonna sit there and get mad because I brought it up again, because I'm just like, I was listening to you. I was paying attention to what you said.
But do you still go along with the shit? You
Yeah,
seeing it.
until I
You seeing it and you
until I figure it out. Yeah,
Okay.
until I'm 100% sure of what's going on, I'm gonna sit there and play along with it. I'm gonna let you think you getting one over on me.
And see, that's the thing.
You sound like Brooke, who is like, she need to be 100% sure. I don't need all of them percentages. It's just like, that's too, it feel wrong. So you know what? I'm gonna let you have it.
I'll be like questioning my feelings, like, bitch, is you tripping? You know you be tripping sometimes, so be cool. Like, you probably tripping, bitch. You know how your mind be working. But and that's the thing. I just know niggas let certain bitches slide with certain shit. Like, other day, I had a motherfucker tell me I'm too fucking bougie. And I said, hey, I'm bougie because I expect a motherfucker to take me out. I expect to kick it with a motherfucker. Like, you ain't coming to my house. Like, I'm bougie. But you buying bitches fucking bags and shit like that if you miss their birthday because they got a fat ass. Like, I'm bougie. That's why I say certain bitches slide with certain shit. You know what I'm saying? And niggas disregard shit too based off of bullshit. Cause that girl that he did that shit for was bullshit. And when he told me I was too bougie, I said, I'm gonna let you go back to what you used to. Cause I liked him, but I was like, I'm gonna let you go back to what you used to. I'm not gonna play them games no more with nobody. I don't know why y'all do that. Why y'all do that? Y'all let me fat asses slide. Tell me the truth.
Because it's easier at that point. You know what I'm saying? When if it creates a hassle, why the fuck do I need to deal with that? Like, why do I have to deal with this?
I'm saying the hassle was the bitch with the ass. She sound like a fucking hassle already.
To you.
How to you? That's what I'm saying. How do you
bro, niggas for money is bitches talking to niggas and she moving sketchy, but you buying bags. But you want to call me bougie? I'm concerned. What the
fuck? But she might be throwing it bike on that motherfucker whenever he won't. Shit, you know. Hey, I want to come over there and get nasty. But you cool? I bet. But you're like, oh, you need to take me out. I'm talking to a chick right now. She'd be like, she'll let me cut, but then she'll be like, I'm not no weekend bitch. I'm not no this and that bitch. I'm not this. I'm like, damn. You know, but my thing is, I tell every female off rip, I work all day long. If you cannot kick it with me at nighttime, then we won't be able to be nothing because I'm a bartender. So I bartend and I bartend both at night and mornings. So I'm making money all day. That's what I do. So if I can't hang out with you at nighttime and you think that's just sketch, then we were not going to be able to kick it at all. So. It is what it is.
I thought you was okay. So, but when y'all kick it, y'all just linking up the fuck. Y'all not doing nothing.
No, I'm like I said, I'll take you out to eat dinner and all that shit, but it has to be at nighttime because I'm not missing out on no bag.
So, have you taken the girl out to dinner?
Yeah, I took her out to dinner. I paid for everything. You know what I'm saying? We went and had drinks afterwards. She even got on one of them.
Okay, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, I'm not that type of grimy ass nigga, but I'm gonna still do my thing. But on the same token, you know what I'm saying? You gotta understand my situation as well. Because I'm gonna not miss out on no bag. I just can't do it.
Okay.
You know, I got goals to get. So
okay. So lastly, I wanted to talk about how like having relations or relationships, like how do they end? Do you feel like most of your relationships with people end badly, or are they good majority of the time? And that could be like if you have a romantic relationship or whatever, or what about the point to where you come to where like, you know what? I realize we just need to be cool. Like, I know we've been fucking around and shit like that. Cool, blah, blah. Like, does it just end bad, or is it normally on good terms for y'all?
At the end of the day, I'm a Cancer. When I feel heavy for somebody, I feel heavy for somebody. I can't deny that. Most of my relationships end bad, but they come around and say, okay, you wasn't that bad after all. And we become friends. And then sometimes we turn into lifetime, kick it partners, or sometimes we turn into just cool friends. But I'm a type of person where I don't hold grudges very long. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit there and be mad at you after a couple of weeks. Like after a couple of weeks, I don't give a fuck about it anymore. So they usually end bad. I'm not going to lie to you, but they turn around. They definitely turn around. We end up being cool afterwards. I'm cool with all my exes right now. Except for my last one. Me and her ain't talked. She talked to me every 2 weeks, but then she beats with me every 2 weeks. Who knows what she's thinking at one point. So, yeah,
Jazz.
I would say similarly, like the relationships and like at the time of ending, it's not great. But they spin the block because
they always spin the block.
I was about to say right, wrong, and indifferent. Niggas end up being like, you know what? As a matter of fact, I'm like, yeah, that shit that you thought was out there, or whatever you thought that I was asking for that was too much, or whatever the case may be. Look at you now. It don't seem too bad. Yes, I do it.
I feel that. Yeah.
Bro,
yeah,
I be telling them, I be like, remember this conversation. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Please remember this conversation, because you're not finna spin the block on me.
James has seen so many exes come back around where he was like, you know what? I wouldn't even tell you. He was like, you done collected so many motherfuckers. He was like, I'm gonna tell you right now. He was like, I might feel that way. I might feel that way one day. He was like, but I'd never tell you. And I was like, that's fine. I'm a no.
As far as you're right.
No, about like if like winning like things like are all over and done with or whatever. Mm-hmm. He was like, I've seen too many of the, like, I'll come and show him the text message. I'll be like, look
pride. That pride.
And he was like, oh no. He was like, I can't never. He was like, because I know that's what you'll do. You're gonna show Brooke, you're gonna show Ashton, and I was like, oh yeah, you gonna be in the group chat, nigga. You gonna be. But, for all intents and purposes, they come back.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm friendly, but we're not friends.
Ain't.
Nah,
I don't know. You ain't friends with the motherfuckers. You is not
friendly.
You normally be like, oh, okay. Oh, okay.
If I'm single, I'm gonna let you spin the block. I ain't tripping about it. But if I'm in a relationship, hell no, you ain't spinning the block. I'm a different person when I'm in a relationship as opposed to being single. Yeah. If I'm single, I do whatever I want. But if I'm in a relationship, yeah, I'm definitely not on that type of time. Like don't spin the block, don't hit me up, don't do none of that. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I heard that shit.
But when I'm single, yeah, come
baby, don't
here,
spin the block on me when I'm single. Don't spin the block on me. I'm straight. I feel like
the block, baby.
I feel like the shit that I've been in, I've had an equal amount. I feel like this last one was pretty fucking bad, and you ain't got to spin the block. You got to say you good. And I'm a Cancer too, and I do let shit ride. I do let shit go. You know what I'm saying? I do let shit go sometimes, but certain shit just ain't unforgivable. I ain't got time. Like I might be like, oh well, I might not have no I ain't gonna be out to get you no more. But other than that, yeah, we good. Just leave me the fuck alone. That's it.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Y'all got anything else? Anything else you wanna drop some gems? Jasmine, you look like you want to drop some gems. You sure you don't want to drop nothing else?
Girl, I ain't got nothing to drop for the people. I appreciate your time. Thank you for having me on your second season. This was nice. I'm proud of you. Glad that you're doing this. Can't wait to see what's going to happen next.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. And I really appreciate you being on for the whole season. Thank you, D, for coming in to save the day last episode.
Thank you for inviting me, because I had fun on this. I've always wanted to start a podcast, but I was just like, you know what? I want to be on one day. And, you hit me up, so that's cool. I enjoy myself.
That's what's up. It's a lot of work. It takes a lot of time, consistency. Like people look at it and they want to do it until they actually do it, and they be like, I don't know about this. You gotta really want to do that shit. Like I was just a broadcast major, so I love this shit. So Okay. Well, again, thank you guys so much for tuning in to season 2. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to comment, please comment below, like, share, all that good stuff. Any ideas that you want us to discuss for next season. You never know who's going to be on, what we're going to do. So any ideas, feel free to throw them my way. And please follow the Instagram page, aggressivebeauty_. And remember, beauty is pain and so is the truth.